Marines, also known as the Marine Corps and Naval Infantry, are an infantry force that specializes in the support of naval and army operations on land and at sea, as well as the execution of their own operations. In the majority of countries, the Marine Force is part of the Navy, but it can also be under the Army like the Troops de Marine and give a T-Brigade, or form an independent armed service branch like the United States Marine Corps and Royal Marines. Historically, tasks undertaken by Marines have included providing protection from war while at sea, reflecting the press nature of the ship's company and the risk of mutiny. Other tasks would include boarding of vessels during combat or capture of prize ships and providing manpower for raiding ashore in support of the naval objectives. With the industrialization of warfare in the 20th century, the scale of landing operations increased. This brought with it an increased likelihood of opposition and a need for coordination of various military elements. Marine forces evolved to specialize in the skills and capabilities required for amphibious warfare. History. In the earliest day of naval warfare, there was little distinction between sailors and soldiers on a warship. In ancient China, the first well-known naval battles took place during the Warring States period, where kings ruling regional states battled against one another. Chinese naval warfare in this ancient period featured grapple and hook, as well as ramming tactics with ships called stomach strikers and colliding swoopers. It was written in the subsequent Han Dynasty that the Warring States-era Chinese had employed Ji Xuan ships, thought to have been a simple description of a ship manned by Marines carrying dagger-axe halberds as personal weapons to defend their ship. In the West, the oarsmen of ancient Greek and Roman ships had to be capable of fighting the rowers of opposing ships hand-to-hand, though hoplites began appearing on Greek ships specifically for the boarding of enemy ships. The Roman Navy's two fleet legions, Iadiatrix and two Adiatrix, were among the first distinct naval infantry units. The first organized corps of Marines was created when the Spanish king, Carlos I, first assigned the naval infantry of the Compañías Viejas del Mar de Nápoles to the Escuadras de Galeras del Mediterráneo in 1537. Progenitors of the current Spanish Navy Marines Corps, Marines of Italy was created as Fanti d'Armata in 1550 in the Republic of Venice. The third oldest Marine Corps in the world was founded as the Turco of the Navy of the Crown of Portugal in 1618. Predecessor to the modern Portuguese Marine Corps. Etymology. The word marine is from the English adjective marine, meaning of the sea, via French marin, of the sea, from Latin marinus itself from mare. From Proto-Indo-European *mori, Dutch meer, German meer, all from Proto-Germanic *mari. The word marine was originally used for the forces of England, and exact one-word translations for the term do not exist in many other languages, except for the Dutch word marinier. Typically, foreign equivalents are called naval infantry or coastal infantry. In French-speaking countries, two phrases exist which could be translated as marine, troops de marine and fusiliers marins. Similar pseudo-translations exist elsewhere, e.g., fusileros naves in Portuguese. The word marine, marina, means navy in many European languages such as Dutch, French, Italian, German, Spanish, Danish and Norwegian. Roles. The principal role of Marine troops is military operations in the littoral zone. Operating from ships, they are trained to land on and secure key points to around 50 miles inland, or as far as shipborne logistics can provide. Marine units primarily deploy from warships using boats, landing craft, hovercraft, amphibious vehicles or helicopters. As well as amphibious operations, Marine troops are also used in a variety of other naval roles. Stationed at naval bases or forming Marine detachments on board naval ships, they also conduct small-scale raiding, maritime boarding operations, security of naval vessels and bases, riverine missions, mess duty, and field day operations. In addition to their primary roles, they also perform other tasks, including land warfare, separate from naval operations.